So let's move on. So we've got people with an interest in capital investment. So let's start with capital investment. Let's start with you, Senator Pappas. What do you see as the projects for the bonding bill this year, and any thoughts about how that process is going to unfold?
Well, there are billions of dollars worth of projects. It really shows the need throughout the state. We kind of skipped a bonding year in 2016, so that $1 billion was lost. We also have a problem with an artificial cap. It's been on for 20 years since Arne Carlson was governor, of $1 billion. And if you even adjusted it for inflation, it would be at least $1.4 billion now. The governor has recommended $1.5 billion, with a big emphasis on asset preservation and what we call in higher ed HEAPR, on repair and replacement, maintenance, taking care of what we have. And in fact, Senator Bach has suggested we should just do a second bill that is just repair and replacement of $500, $600 million, because that's how much is necessary, and then have $1 billion of new projects.
Which I strongly oppose. I have always strongly opposed splitting it off. This is a hard bill to pass,
Right.
And so you've got to keep all of everything everyone wants in a single package, so you don't get to vote for the first one. You don't get to vote for the first one and then fail to come through on the, and whichever bill goes first may get the higher target, and then the second bill struggles. So I've always strongly opposed two bills.
Well, Senator Pappas mentioned the 2016 bill, which was the bill that was assembled when I was chair of capital investment. It actually passed the floor
in 2017
and passed the House, but was torpedoed by the Senate that year. But then
I could take objection to that, actually.
Then it did pass in 2017.
Right.
So that $1 billion or so of investment did occur in 2017, and about 90% of the 2017 bill is what didn't make it across the finish line in 2016.
I think we wouldn't have had that problem in 2016 if it wasn't at the last minute, because we basically ran out of time. There was a problem with the bill, a promise that wasn't kept. There was a poison pill. And if we had had more time, certainly we could have resolved that, and the governor could have called a special session as well to deal with the 2016 bill.
He could have, but he didn't.
The public always looks at this and wonders, why do we wait till the last minute? And they're right. We shouldn't wait till the last minute. We should work together early and often, and have the product there before so that everyone can scrutinize it. The bonding bill is complicated and every word has to be right. We used to have time that the bill was out there and we could actually sit around a table with bond counsel and go over every word. It was a step that was helpful. So I think it's a reminder that we should do what the public expects us to do, start early, working together, and not wait till the last
Well,
second.
Alice, you know I made every effort to do that. I
You-
went to the staff and I said, lay out
Yes.
a timeline, a reasonable
Yes.
timeline as to when we should get this done.
I heard you say that.
And it was just impossible for me to get leadership to stick to that timeline.
And now Dean Erdahl is saying the same thing. He would love to get started too, so he's going through what you went through.
Well, I'll tell you something that we're doing right now, which is the omnibus pension bill. That has been approved by the Pension Commission on a 14-0 vote, and in the Senate we just passed it out of the first committee, and it's going to the Finance Committee, and there's been public testimony. Everyone's had a chance to look at it, and we have 26 stakeholder groups that are supporting it, and it really is making our public pensions really sustainable for the next 30 years.
But it's not our first go-around on that bill
We've been
either.
working on it for 3 years.
Yes.
But this year is the way we should do it.
The one bill we had better do right this year, and that we'd better be working together on, and that is the tax bill, so that we look at what are the consequences of the federal bill that was passed. And we had a briefing in Ways and Means. I don't know if you were
Yes.
there at that meeting, Joel Michael. And normally, nonpartisan staff are pretty, they stick to the facts and they don't give a lot of their own personal emotion and judgment, but we all felt that Joel Michael was feeling pretty strongly about the need to do this, and he said, not in a special session, that it would have to be done in the regular session. And
Absolutely.
I hope we take that
I
advice.
think we should take that advice very seriously, because the sooner we get that done, the sooner tax preparers and constituents can deal with the changes. If we don't get a tax bill passed, the ramifications are serious.
Yes.
And
We
we'll-
have
and
to get it
it's-
right.
It's a very uneven playing field, and we want to be fair to our citizens.
So before we abandon the topic of the bonding bill, Representative Torkelson, I want to give you a few seconds to talk about, are there any particular projects that you saw that are of particular concern, or projects we should avoid maybe for some
Well,
reason?
you know, this is a case where the governor and I are going to agree on something. The $167 million that he has earmarked for wastewater treatment facilities all across the state is something I agree with. It's something that the Legislative Water Commission has endorsed, and I believe it's something we should do. Our infrastructure, you talked about infrastructure earlier, Alice, and our wastewater and drinking water infrastructure is suffering, and we need to invest wisely in those projects.
And Representative Erdahl agrees with that, too. He talked about that right after the State of the State. And he already is facing the reality, though. He knows the size of the bill ultimately determines, can we get that amount in? So I think he's already feeling the pressure of that.
I have a slightly used shoehorn that I would be glad to borrow.
Well, there's something going through your committee that might affect his, and that is that some people would like to use a significant part of the bonding bill for general obligation bonding for local roads and bridges, which we have not traditionally done. And the more we do of that, the less, obviously, I mean, the harder it is then to fully fund the water package. So
Assembling a bonding bill is no small,
is.
easy task.
Well,
It
I've
is
always
not.
believed, I was higher ed chair for 8 years, and I've always believed that a third of the bonding bill should be for our higher ed institutions. And we really need what we call to do HEPRA for them. That's their repair and replacement. And the governor has fully funded that, plus a number of remodeling projects. Not too many new projects, really, in that. And when the governor does a $1.5 billion bill, a third of that, $500 million, was for both Minnesota State and the University of Minnesota. But what's going to happen if it's in a $1 billion bill? That's going to be quite a bit less.
that's where we train the workforce of the future. And so all those smart classrooms and laboratories, we want to make sure we